Robbie Wong here, risking my wild cards, so you don't have to. And I am joined by my co-host.
This is Winston Wong.
and apparently, speaking of Manadorks. Okay, so the commander for Brawl today is Nissa, who shakes the world. She doubles your forest, she makes 3/3s out of your lands, and if the game goes super long, the lands become indestructible and you can search all of them up out of your deck. So,
do you want me to intro the deck?
Yeah.
So you can go up mute?
Well, no, they ran away.
Okay, they ran away. Yeah. Okay, continue then.
So we have a bunch of mana ramp. Only 2 of them are dorks. Everything else is very much the put the land from the library into battlefield. That's a little bit, in my opinion, safer than the mana dorks. They can't be swept, but you do give up a little bit of synergy with these humongous pump the team anthem effects on the top end. So a little give, little take.
On the plus side, they do synergize better with Nissa, who actually needs lands on the battlefield.
Yes, so that's kind of the Field of the Dead, for me, brought that into perspective, looking at ramp spells, whether they were land drops or they were mana dorks, and the 2 are different, and they have characteristics that need to be acknowledged. The Keenan deck that we played earlier, which you can go check out at my YouTube channel, WangHistoricBrawl, it has is also a ramp deck, but that one was ramping exclusively with mana dorks because the commander over there favors the creatures as opposed to Nissa, who favors the lands. So, yeah, we have a bunch of creatures who fight or destroy, and Ugin's not a creature, but he is removal for sure. And Vivian, who deals one of your creature's power to a different creature. Kenrith is a transformation effect. We have Once Upon a Time and Finale that can go look through your deck. Lead the Stampede is also card filtering and card draw. So that card belongs in both. Finale of Devastation is somewhat of a combo with End-Raze Forerunners if you have enough creatures in play. It also is worth noting that Finale of Devastation and memorizing the converted mana cost and power of Wicked Wolf, Kogla, Thorn Mammoth, and Meteor Golem allow you to turn this card into a removal spell, but you have to have the mana available and you have to have not milled or discarded or played these cards, or if they're in your hand. Hasn't happened to me yet that I finale for something that I have already used or seen. We have 2 creatures who, while not vanilla, don't fight, so they get their little category over here. I am in love with Questing Beast. This is a fantastic card. Yorvo, though, is starting to lose favor with me because the mutate cards that were in this deck are no longer in this deck, and so Yorvo starts to lose a little bit of that. Plus, we don't have any devotion, so the 3 pips here is not as critical as it would be. This pile is card draw, or cards that generate a bunch of other cards. And then Return to the Wildspeaker also has text here in this column with the super mega duper anthem effect. Let's go ahead and get into some gameplay. Oh, yeah, I haven't. This is my first time loading. Yay! 750, 750.
Good thing you're playing a creature deck.
If you don't want to cast a spell or activate an ability, you can pass priority with the space bar.
I have yet to do that.
So this deck, you want to see the first 2 columns in your hand, lands, ramp, and some removal, so you can get into your more expensive cards. Hopefully the expensive cards are hidden 6 and 7 deep inside the deck, so they can come out at the appropriate time.
Properly alternated with lands.
Properly alternated, and then the other 20 lands that I don't want to see are at the very bottom. I like to think of really, really, really expensive cards in my hand, especially against somebody who's using Chandra as their commander, as sort of a mulligan. Okay, so we need to be able to defend ourselves. This
Yes.
screams aggro to me. This
And
screams Cavalcade of Calamity. It screams Torbrand. It screams Embercleave. Well, this has ramp, and this can go find us a cheap fight creature, and then this stabilizes the board.
yeah,
Let's do it. Once.
Chandra,
Go ahead.
Acolyte of Flame, is a 3-mana planeswalker, 1 and 2 red. She has 0. Put a loyalty counter on each red planeswalker you control. For 0, she creates 2 1/1 elemental red creature tokens that gain haste. Sacrifice them at the beginning of your next end step. And -2, you may cast target instant or sorcery card with commanded cost 3 or less from your graveyard. If that spell would be put into your graveyard this turn, exile it instead. She doesn't seem like a terribly strong planeswalker.
I feel like she has to be paired with other cards to really maximize. And look at this. We got Wicked Wolf.
There you go.
All right. I'm going to try and delay playing Blast Zone. I hope there's another forest on top of my deck so I can go Gift of Paradise. This is sometimes a sweeper. In this matchup, I feel like what? So they're a mono red adventure deck.
All right, be aware of Stomp.
Okay, so I can't play Gingerbread Cabin. Although, in the last iteration of this deck, this was Lotus Veil of Lotus, the land that requires you to sacrifice 2. So, I am happy to see that. Okay, so we're going to Wicked Wolf next turn. The Lucky Clover is good and bad. I feel like it's good because they're taking their turn 2 off and not putting more pressure onto the board. And I feel like it's bad because the only adventure card I can remember right now is
Stomp. And the Stomp does 4 now, right?
Yeah. Do I Blast Zone or do I Wolf? I Blast Zone, right?
I think so.
This is a 3-for-1?
Yes.
I mean, like,
they're all 1 mana, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or do I Nissa?
Oh, don't forget. Good Nissa. Other red adventure cards include Rimrock Knight.
Right.
And Embreth. What's it? Shieldbreaker.
I think I'm gonna Nissa so I can do all my spells next turn.
Okay.
If I untap this, I get 3 mana. No, I don't have anything for 3. That Merchant of Veil is or Merchant of something that.
Right.
Oh, did you say that?
I was about to.
Oh, okay.
But yes.
Going off of my inferior memory. Yeah, I attack. That's more or less free. If they want to go Shock plus Scorch Spitter, I'm fine with that. That's a good exchange for me, in my opinion. So how much mana do we have? Let's do some Nissa math here. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, untap, 9, 10, plus Gingerbread Cabin, 11, 12. So we can kind of do everything. Wow, if whatever they have left, if it's a 1-drop, it just gets cleaned up by Blast Zone. So we're going to be able to take Chandra out and have a huge tempo swing here. I don't think they can kill Nissa unless one of these is like Shock, right? 1, 2,
or
3,
Stomp.
4, 5, and even that's not enough. That's just 5 because I'm gonna block.
Well, if they Stomp your land,
can they? They don't have enough mana. Did they make their land drop?
Nope. I don't know.
Okay, this actually can do 1 to this. So they can kill Nissa if they attack with everything and they have a Shock. This seems like incredibly good news for me. Oh, or Infuriate. If they attacked with everything and had Infuriate, they could take out Nissa. Okay. Play gingerbread cabin. Make a food. And go ahead.
What does Ugin do again? Oh, Ugin won't hit the food. Right?
No, because it's colorless. I'm just saying, like, this land. If this matchup there was more pressure, this food is actually relevant from this land that ordinarily in the previous iteration did nothing. Okay, so we blast zone and then we attack in for a bunch.
Okay.
This is a forest, FYI. So I have
gingerbread. Yes.
Yeah, gingerbread cabin. So
Castle Garenbrig is not.
No. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. I want to play Beast Whisperer. I want to untap this forest because I only have 5 mana left afterwards. Yeah, I want to untap this one. Yeah. 3 for 1s against the mono red deck. Good deal, man. So Winston, any thought on the opponent's play or any other ideas about what this Loki Clover is about?
I'm gonna say that they just built the red deck with the cards they had.
Yeah, I don't think this is something I've seen before, and with just one color, there's not a whole lot that synergizes when you sit in one color. When the Teamer Adventures deck gets going, that's pretty frightening. But you have 3 colors worth of the best spells.
Yeah, so I'm thinking that they're not. This is not an optimized deck that you're playing against.
Yeah, I would agree. Well, this was Robbie Wong.
And this is Winston Wong. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe, and we will catch you guys next time.